Marlo Thomas, co-founding mother of the Ms. Foundation for Women.
Give me your attention, baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to present this next award, the Free to Be You and Me Peggy Charren Award, because it recognizes a person who has identified a glaring gap in our nation's support of children and then filled that gap triumphantly. And children have always been front and center at the Ms. Foundation. In fact, the seed money from Ms. came from the proceeds of Free to Be You and Me. Thank you. 3 years ago, the founding mothers of both the Ms. and the Free to Be Foundations, Pat Carbine, Letty Cotton Pogrebin, Gloria Steinem, and myself, established this award in the name of Peggy Charren, who was a suburban mom, and in 1968, she formed Action for Children's Television, which took on Congress and the FCC, pressuring them to pass the Children's Television Act, setting the high standard for public TV today. Past recipients of this award, such as Sesame Street founder Joan Gans Cooney, have all been trailblazers who changed the world for children. This year's recipient is no different. She's an activist who has motivated and inspired a generation of young Black girls. She's the editor of her own digital magazine, a best-selling author, and a journalist who has interviewed such celebrated role models as Misty Copeland, Anna Denevey, and Hillary Clinton. She's also a media star who brings her infectious enthusiasm to everyone from the Today Show and The View and NPR and Ellen. And most important, she's a tireless leader who has brought her passionate fight for literacy and racial harmony to the Forbes Women's Summit, the United Nations Girls Up campaign, and the White House United States of Women, alongside Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama. And I guess I should mention, she's 13 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the 2018 recipient of the Free to Be You and Me Peggy Charren Award, Marley Dias.
I mean, I see my Auntie Lisa standing right there going, woo! So thank you all so much. First, I want to say this looks like something out of Batman. Like Batman's just going to go like right during my speech. So I'm going to make it kind of quick, but it's pretty important. So thank you all so much for this great award. I'm grateful to... See, I mean, Batman's just waiting to come now. That was his signal. I am grateful to Free to Be Me and Ms. Foundation for honoring my work. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Marley Dias. I am an elevated Black girl. I am intentionally feminist and purposefully inclusionary. My work focuses on equity and inclusion, specifically in children's books and with educational systems. Thank you, thank you. In addition to eating sushi, playing The Sims, which I have my laptop in like the green room, and I was playing The Sims before I went on, it just helps me calm down. But hanging out with my friends and authoring a book, Marley Dias Gets It Done, and So Can You, available now. I work every day to create spaces for Black girl stories to be heard, understood, and shared. Thank you. I started 1000 Black Girl Books because of the intentional exclusion of Black girl stories from assigned readings in schools. The same amount of energy it took to exclude us, I'm giving back to make sure that we are included. I do this work because I believe that Black girl stories, like Black girls' lives, matter. And they matter every single day. I believe that if we make space for Black girls, it will open up the gates and doors for others. I am a champion for Black girls because, I am a beautiful Black girl. I have my hair done, But my work is about all of us. And the same way that we know we must all be feminists and we all must be anti-racist, we must all be champions for Black girls. I think I have a new fan club over here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. But when Black girls succeed, we all succeed. Being honored here tonight means a lot to me because the champions for equity are women. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, I am so happy right now. In the tradition of Ida B. Wells, we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not Ida B. Wells, and I'm 13, and when you guys said, well, what are you doing when you're 13? You're like, oh, but then when I said, oh, I'm doing at 13, you're like, yeah! But almost 3 years ago, when I was at the, old seasoned age of 10, I got sick and tired of reading about books where white boys and their dogs were the main characters, and the stories were always just sad. Like, they always ended really sad. And I was like, this is not what it's about. But with the help of my beautiful mom, my auntie Lisa, my friends, my family, and with you, I have achieved great things. But I do not want to be the magical exception. I want to be the norm. With support, lots of love, and resources, I am happy, and I feel so free to be me every day. I ask you tonight to help me with my work towards making us all feel that way. Let's all be free to be who we are. Let's all make spaces for all voices to be heard and all people to be included. Let's all make the effort to be the change we want to see in the world. If I, awesome, talented, intelligent, curious, beautiful Marley Dias, can get it done, then so can you. Thank you. Good night.